Convicted without justice. The wrongful conviction of Tonya Monroe. Tonya Monroe was charged and wrongfully convicted of murder, distribution of meth, and child cruelty. The alleged victim, Kobe Shaw, was Tonya's 9-month-old grandson, who was diagnosed with a terminal illness called pontocerebellar hypoplasia. March 11, 2016. A frantic 911 call is placed for an unresponsive 9-month-old baby suffering from a terminal illness. Paramedics find baby Kobe Shaw unresponsive, and because of his illness, find no reason to suspect foul play. They call his time of death and proceed to discard the bedding and other items surrounding the body. They determined his cause of death was complications due to his illness. An autopsy was performed, and several months later, the results were released indicating 8 nanograms per milliliter of methamphetamine in Kobe's blood. Initially, the amount didn't appear in the medical examiner's results and was only detected after the blood sample was sent to a third-party lab. But the medical examiner in this case operates on her own protocol that if there is any amount of illicit substance found in the toxicology results, she will determine this to be the cause of death, no matter how small the amount is. This was stated in a literal confession in open court and on record. The medical examiner determined cause of death to be a homicide due to methamphetamine toxicity and sparked a murder investigation by the Sandy Springs, Fulton County Police in Georgia, all for an imaginary murder. A breakdown: the murder weapon, cause of death, methamphetamine toxicity, reported level 8 nanograms per ml. That's less than a grain of salt. It is only visible with an electron microscope. Scientifically impossible. Lethal range: approximately 3,000 nanograms per milliliter. Kobe's level: more than 300 times lower. No amphetamine metabolite. No isomer analysis. Physically impossible. You can't see this dose. You can't administer it intentionally. You can't kill with it. This wasn't a drug overdose. It was a scientific impossibility. What the medical examiner got catastrophically wrong: the real crime. The medical examiner didn't just misread the science. They fabricated a murder weapon out of a lab whisper. This wasn't forensic analysis. It was forensic fiction and forensic malpractice. It begs the question, is everyone involved in prosecuting this case that dumb, that dirty, or both? An overview of the injustice in my trial. The medical examiner admitted under oath that in the event of an undetermined cause of death for a victim, it is her protocol that if the victim's blood registers any amount of an illicit substance, regardless of the quantity, that she would declare that substance as being the cause of death. No chain of custody on the blood sample. The blood sample was sent to the third-party lab without following proper protocol. Multiple witnesses perjured themselves, with their testimonies contradicting those from the first trial. A jailhouse informant received a reduced sentence after falsely claiming I confessed to the crime. Her testimony was complete hearsay and incentivized by her reduced sentence, which she later admitted. The first 30 minutes of her interview with the detective were inaudible. The judge showed extreme prejudice against the defense, particularly towards the expert witness, who is one of Georgia's leading pathologists. His testimony on toxicology was not allowed, while the prosecution's expert was given full freedom to testify. Violation of Brady law. The judge ruled that the defense could not suggest that the other people in the home with the victim might be responsible for his death. The baby's parents admitted to smoking meth around the child. The mother testified that I was never alone with the child and not his caregiver. During the investigation, the lead detective lied to the baby's parents, claiming to have a written confession from me, which led to them speaking out publicly on nationally aired talk shows against me. Despite this, I was denied a change of venue for the trial. Defense requests for a directed verdict of acquittal were denied without consideration by the judge. I was sentenced to life without parole plus 50 years. Imagine losing your baby grandson and then being accused and convicted of his murder, with no chance of ever seeing freedom again. This is my reality, and I pray that someone hears my plea and helps me reclaim my life. I loved my grandchild deeply and am a good person with much more love to give to this world. The fight is not over,